Everybody, hi, how are you doing today? I'm doing all right today. I'm slightly more organised than I have been. Well, that's probably a lie. I'm slightly more disorganised than I have been of late, and I feel a bit more relaxed about it all. Yeah, I've got a bit of a mess going on here, but that's fine, that's all right. I like it that way, really. Not like too much, but, a bit of a creative thing going on. So, today I'm going to do the alphabet challenge, hashtag alphabet challenge 2025, and it's the second part of D, which I know has been a long time coming, but in the middle of that we had this upheaval with the craft room, etc. So yeah, sorry about that, but I'm here now, so let's get on with it. So for D, I have decided to use decoupage and also die cuts, so you're getting a double D. So these are actually I did look at a couple of options for this. I looked at the Tim Holtz collage paper and the Serendipity. I do have the other one, can't remember what it's called, typeset, something like that. These are the more sort of botanic ones with flowers and stuff on. I also looked at this, which is the I thought it was, yeah, paper artsy it is, printed tissue. And I know I've shown you this before, but we always get new subscribers and new people watching, so I'm going to show you again. Well, and have a look myself what it is, because it's ages since I've seen it. It's collage paper, tissue paper, printed. Oh my goodness, look at that. Look how big it is. It's massive. It's absolutely massive. I'm not exactly sure how many sheets you get. 4, I think. 4, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4 sheets that size. So yeah, I could have used that. Wow. I could. And I must remember I've got that and use it, because it really is extraordinarily nice. So I'll just pop that to one side for the time being, and we'll use one of these. These are much more easy to handle, aren't they? So let's select ourselves one of these. I don't know, they're all nice. So I laid one out. Yeah, I did lay one out. I laid this one out. And I like that because it's kind of edge to edge flower. Edge to edge flowers. Oh, what a wonderful way to live your life that would be. I absolutely love flowers. We're just we're gonna get, well, Mr. F, the storm blew the fence panels down, let's just say that to start with. Well, not down, but they're absolutely jiggered, they need replacing. So we've got new fence panels, they've been delivered, they're out the back, waiting for a decent day, decent dry and quite nice day that we can put them up. I'm making a long story here, I'm making a story out of nothing here. And once he gets those up, this is it, I'm nearly finished. Once he gets them up, we want to put some daylilies. I really like daylilies. I love drawing them, I love painting them, I love looking at them, and they're very, very easy. They actually grow as weeds here. They grow in the hedgerows as weeds. So surely, surely I can grow them in the garden. Right, what I'm using is matte medium. This paper, which came out of an album, it looks like craft paper, but it's not. It's just that sort of, that colour card. And I'm going to paste the whole thing on, so I'm going to put my matte medium down first. You could use collage medium, distress collage medium if you wanted to. I know some people use glue stick. I'm Not a fan of glue sticks, so I don't, but if you think that that will give you the stick that you need, then by all means use your glue stick. Use whatever. I use a different technique for the Tim Holtz collage paper than I do for when I'm doing napkins. When I'm doing napkins, I don't put any glue on the bottom. You don't need to, it just causes wrinkles. So let's just drop this down there like that, and then get some glue and go from the centre to the top and to the bottom. I just need a little bit more medium, and then from the centre out. That way then you eradicate all the nasty air bubbles, although to be honest with the Tim Holtz stuff it doesn't really matter. You know, it's kind of grungy looking anyway, so it's fine. But this is how you do it to get it free of wrinkles and bubbles. There we are. So that has now given us a layer of the matte medium on top of that, so it's totally protected. The only thing is that matte medium, when it dries, it's acrylic paint basically without a pigment in it. So when it dries, it is as a porous surface would be, non-porous surface would be, and so you won't get things like distress ink, etc. sticking to it. It just won't. It won't dry properly. So we're going to have to bear that in mind and use mediums that are acrylic, to, you know, or stays on or whatever, to use on top of it. So let me just dry that, clean this up a bit, and I'll be back to you when that's done. Right, so there we go. It's a bit wide because we're making sort of tags, aren't we, for this, and I'd like this to be 3 3/4, let's say. I like that side better, so I'll leave that. About 3 3/4, which is about there. Oh, it seems to be a lot that I'm cutting off. I'm bottling it. Let's cut that off. There we are. Let's just check that the top and bottom are straight because I cut them with scissors, and I'm not always a whiz with scissors. There we are, so we've got it straight and to the size that we want it. Right, so let's move on to the next thing that I want to do with this, which is use my brayer. And I just want to put just some white on it. You could dry brush it on if you haven't got a brayer. You don't even need to do this step at all. All steps in mixed media pretty much are whatever you fancy. So I'm just going to put a little run of white paint there. Any white acrylic will do. But if you remember, I told you it would have to be acrylic because the matte medium is non-porous. So let's just get some of that on our brayer, and then I'm just going to bray in from the edges, and you get lovely marks like that one, which I really like. There we go. And that's that. I love that. I cannot tell a lie. I love it. Let's just wipe this up. This is there's a good case to be made here for batch making, because there's a lot of steps and a lot of cleaning up if you're just making one. So I mean, yeah, by batch making I think everybody else refers to it as mass making, but I don't know. I heard Louisa Heisel one day say that she thought mass making made it sound cheap. You know, like, I can't describe it, but yeah, she said it, and I immediately thought, yeah, I agree, it does. Now you see there's a bit here that hasn't got much on it. Don't worry, because we're going to fill that in. let's just waft this heat tool over here for a minute. Just dry that off. Won't take long. It's a very thin coat. I just like the effect you get with the brayer. So yeah, I think batch making is a better term for it. And I think a lot of people, awful lot of people, are doing mass make March. Well, March is coming up pretty soon, isn't it? And I don't know, let me know if you think it was something that you'd like me to do so you can try, you know, me to give you some ideas that you can follow, implement in your own batch making. I refuse to call it mass making, I'm not going to. Sorry, I'm a snob. I think I probably am a snob, you know. Anyway, different story, different day. Right, so there we are. Now I just want to go around the edge with something darker just to draw that in, but I'm going to go around first off with my little distressing tool and just distress that a bit. Yeah, I mean, something like this, if you're getting the mixed media out and you're dirtying your brush and whatever, mixed media, the matte medium, you idiot, you might as well do 5, hadn't you, at the same time, I would have thought, anyway. Or making envelopes or making frames or whatever. If you've got your papers out and you've got your frame board out, you might as well carry on. But let me know what you think, please, if you would be so kind. Right, this is an ink pad I got from Temu. It was dead cheap, and when I open it you'll see why. There's the ink on the top, and look down the side. There's no ink there at all. So whatever ink we've got is on the top, and I don't expect it's going to be long till it runs out. So I'm not going to dirty a dabber for it. I'm just going to use it off the pad like this, around the edge, just darken that edge up that we've just distressed. Actually, it worked really well just from the pad. There we are. So there's no uppity downy, any which way you fancy will do. There we are. So that's now ready to accept whatever it is we're going to put on top of it. So now let's have a think about what it is we are going to put on top of it. So I bought and downloaded and cut out. Yes, I broke the embargo. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry. Where's the other ones? These ones. These are from the old design shop, and it was just a sheet of, I think it was 9 that I've printed out in various sizes, this sort of thing. We've drawn these before, guys. We've made the background, we've drawn these before by hand, but just to save me that, I've downloaded them, and I think they're lovely. Actually, I really like them. I'm not sure I want to use them today. And then these I downloaded from, I'm sure I kept a bit of paper that said, but maybe I didn't. I thought I did, because I cannot remember where they came from. Oh, there it is. I thought I had. Is it there? Did see, there it is. Oh, it's the old design shop as well. And it's called Neutral Grunge Printable Tags. And they're gorgeous. I love them. I'll keep that in there for the next time I get them out. So I want something fairly large. Don't know why that just looks upside down. It looks upside down that way as well. So let's get something biggish. It might be a bit biggish. You see what they're like. They're gorgeous, aren't they? They really are. Oh, that's quite nice. I like that one. I think that one works better though. So yeah, oh, it's upside down. So that will be the base for what is ostensibly going to be a cluster. It's going to be a cluster that we're going to stick to that. So what do I need next? I need something else to come across here. That's nice. That's nice. That'll do me. That's got a hole in it, so it needs a hole put in it. Otherwise it'll never look right. There we are. This is on the wrong place now for the big ones because I was playing with the little ones. What colour should we put in? Just had a flash of Einstein there, the parrot. What colours? I find them totally addictive, the parrots. There we go. Wow, that's in. It's crunched to death, but it's in. I don't think I'm going to put any string or anything in it, certainly not yet. Let's just go around these with a bit of ink. I'm not going to, I don't think at this stage, distress them any further than just add a bit of ink to them. I think I need it thicker than that. I need to come in from the side a bit. So I'll go back to my, somebody was asking me what this is. It's the Wendy Vecchi Make Art, and it's potting soil. And it's lovely. When this is done, I'm going to order another one because I really like it. I just want to come in from the edge, just darken that edge down. Just so we've got a sort of border between this and the background. So this week, all things being equal, is E. The alphabet challenge is E. And I already have an idea for what I'm going to do with E and F, would you believe? Ahead of the game, if only I'd just get time to do them. Right, so that's that. That's going to go there like that. That's great. So that's the commencement of the cluster. Now, in my drawer, you know that I have all inky backgrounds that I've made, and one of them was green. So I stamped. I cannot find, for love nor money, I cannot find my Timmy Curator stamp set. I cannot find it, and it's one of the few that I haven't actually been to Temu and bought another one, because usually I buy the Timmy set, then I buy the one off Temu, which I know you shouldn't, but I'm not going to buy two Timmy ones. I've already bought one, and I use the Temu one and keep the Timmy one for show. But I haven't with the Curator set, and I cannot find it. Mr. F's been in looking for it. We just can't see it. I mean, it won't have got thrown away, but I'm damned if I know where it is. That's my American accent. So what I did was I trimmed a little bit off, and I went down it with this that gives you these. Before I do that, let me ink it. So this is all out of a green background paper that was in my drawer. So I'm just going to ink down there. And then just, actually it might be better if I inked on the other side as well, because I want to flick some of them up. And just be quite rough with them. It's probably too long. Let's tear that off about there. Let's get rid of that white bit at the end. Let's tear that off as well. I don't like them when they're square at the end. Right, so that can go there like that. And then I've got some mummy cloth. Where are you? Here. Oh, don't know what that was that went in the gutter. Oh yeah, feels like glue. I think it was glue. There we are. Right. Yeah, mummy cloth. So I unearthed this during the grand cleanup of 2025. So let's cut that off there. Just tuck that into there so it doesn't all unravel. And then just pull it apart a bit so it looks a bit rough around the edges. Like that. So if I put that under, if I put that there and put that there, it might look better with that there and that on top. Yeah, I think I like that better. Yeah, I like that, that's nice. Yeah, but I found my stamp set, the set that's all stamps. So I stamped out some stamps, and to be honest, there's not that great a difference between them and curators, is there really? Then I stamped myself some labels, these ones. And I think I want to put one coming out of there like that. I don't need the whole thing, so let's chop it up and save some for another day. I just want that coming out of there like that. Don't know, I think it might be easier to go with that. Yeah, I think that's better. I think that's better there, like that, yeah. And what I also unearthed, there is a huge stack of letraset. This is just a small part of it. I don't even know if they've called it letraset. Does it say? No, Making Memories, I think it's called. But I think Mr. F found it in a charity shop. Yeah, well, I don't think, I know he found it in a charity shop. And there's a huge bag of it for £3. So I was delighted to see it. I've had it for ages, but I just completely forgot that I had it. I'm just dabbing that a little bit because it's very white. And I'm going to pop that in there, and I want to use some of these. Now they're all the letters and some exclamation marks, and all the numbers. So I'm going to use the numbers, and I might use a 5, and I'm just going to use them as if I was using rub-ons. I don't know any different, so that's what I'm going to do. I think that's right anyway. So there's the 5, come on matey, and an 8. Totally arbitrary, it does not matter which numbers you use, or if you just use a stamp, that would be equally as fine. I like these because they're really black. So let's get this back out of here, and I want it on this top corner here. I don't think there's a right and a wrong way. I think that's fairly straight there. Tweezers. Says it comes with an application stick, which is obviously long since gone. But, you know, when I put rub-ons on, I always use the end of my tweezers anyway. Is that on? No. Not yet. Let's just check that. Perfect. So dark. Just like the Tim Holtz rub-ons. So dark. Lovely. I think it's come off, but I'm afraid it hasn't, so I'll just keep rubbing. It's a little bit there, I think, hasn't come off. I mean, it's a miracle that these still work. I have no idea how old they are, but let's just say they're not in the first flush of youth. So that's going to go there like that. And then I want something behind it. So I could use one of my stamps. Just cut them out with a little edge around them. Tuck that in behind there, like that, and then maybe a Tim Holtz Curator snippet, which are here. Nothing wrong with that one that I can see. Move that down just a touch. Yeah, that all looks all right, I think. And I've got a bigger snipped. How about that one? I'll put that in there like that. No, leave some more green. Yeah, let's put that in there like that. Let's put that behind there. That, come on, don't be shy. That there. Yeah, I think that's all right there. And what I'm going to do is stamp. And I've got my little stamp. I can't remember where it came from. Might have been postal, with 3 little stars on it, which I absolutely love. I love this stamp. And I'm just going to put it on the top of there. Like so. That's not very straight. Oh well, it is what it is. Right, so I think the thing to do is glue all that lot down, and then we'll come and we'll have a look and see what we're going to do at the bottom. So I'll just mosey off and glue that down, and I'll be back in a sec. Okie dokie, I think I've got those stuck down. I've inked around everything and whatever as I went. Let's put that away for the time being. Now then, I have got this label, which I'd probably like to come out of there, perhaps. I quite like that. That's nice. It needs something on it, I think. Or, let's have a look, see what I've got to hand. I've got this stamp set. Does anything fit from there? Oh, it's tight. It's very tight. What about that thing that says date M? Oh, that might just fit. Oh, that's 783. I like it. I like it. So let's use that one. It's going to be tight, but you know, what am I looking for? That's fine. So I hope everyone's well, doing okay. That's grand, lovely. Looks a bit distressed, but I think it's supposed to look a bit distressed, so I won't get distressed about it. Oh, it's just my idea of a little joke. Let's put that back before we lose it. I don't want to just have part sets, because I know what they're like, because I had loads of part sets. So let's ink around that. And just dab on it just a little bit, just to take that very bright white away. And then I'm going to fold it over, crease it over, take my sander and then ink along that line that we've just sanded. Oh, that looks so much better. Let's get rid of that one then and put this one in its place. Like that. Doesn't that look nice? Yeah, it does actually. I should have put another number there. Still can do that if I want to. And I need something there. Now then, somewhere on this desk. Yeah, I've got this little, it's just a little wooden thing and it's just a star. And I unearthed it and I really like it. And I'm thinking it might fit there. Well, it either will or it won't. Let's give it a try. Oh, it's not great. It's not great. I've got a double star there now. That's even less great. Oh, I wondered why it was in brown. It's because I'm doing it with this. Oh, well. It is what it is. Let's get another number. Or letter. I could use a letter. I could put A there. Let's put an A. A58. Sounds like a road. It very much sounds like a road in this country. That's how we number our roads. Tweezers, pleasers. There we are, that's all right. Excuse me. A58. That's all right. Something else might go over it, but it looks fine anyway. So now what I want to do is, this looks like it's separate. It's not. It's the same thing. It's flat. Let me do the flowers next, and then we'll see if we need anything else underneath it. But so far it's looking like quite a nice cluster. I quite like that. That might be an idea to stick that over there. And I'll hide my star faux pas. My star faux pas. I have got green. I could use a green one. That would balance it up a bit. Yeah, this one. There's nothing wrong with this one. Always keep your mop-up papers. And always do mop-ups. It's really worth it. Yeah, lovely things to stamp on like these, or die cut, or whatever. So if I haven't taught you anything else, please let it be to keep your mop-up papers. Mop up any spare bits of ink you've got that you were just going to bundle up in an old tissue and throw in the bin. Just mop them up, and then you've got them to cut or do whatever you like with. Just look at them. Sometimes I just open my drawer and look at them. Yeah, I'm quite sad. Yeah, okay, I like that there, that's fine. Lovely. Excellent. There we are. So we've got quite a balanced cluster going on. We've got greens, green labels, star here and here. It's quite a balanced thing. It's okay. It's okay. It's doing all right. So far, so good. Let's get rid of the scraps. Right. So now what I want to do is move on to the other D. Let's just check it on there first. Actually, let's see. Yeah, that looks nice, doesn't it? Nice cluster. Nice cluster. Oh yeah, I know what I could do. I've got washi tape, and I do like a bit of black washi tape. Yeah, let's do that. Let's put it down that bit of green there. Perfect. Glad I laid that out actually, or I would have forgotten about it. There we go. That's lovely. Like that, and I trimmed all that. I pulled all the loose edges off here. So I've got loose edges down here, loose edges down here. It looks nice. Yeah. Now the other thing that I could do is put brads in. I could put a brad in each of these corners. Don't think it needs it, but it's an option that we can do. Right, so the die set, let's put the lids on some of these before I send them flying and they end up all over the place. The die set that I'm using for this is this one. It's called Flower Jar, and it is number 662270, and it does have a Stampers Anonymous stamp set that goes with it, which I don't think I've got, and it's CMS 297 should you wish to purchase it. But it's these teeny tiny little flowers and 2 mason jars, which are really cute. So I have imagined my delight when I went to get these out. I went to get the dies out to cut them, and in the packet I found all these dies that have already been cut. Joy of joys. Cut and coloured. I nearly did a little dance. Yeah. Doesn't take much to make me happy, guys. It really, really doesn't. So I've got all of these, and I'm just going to use them as is. The mason jar does need to be coloured, so let's colour it first, just very easily. Just a bit of that Wendy Vecchi art. Ink pad, what's he talking about? What rubbish is coming out of your mouth today? I did have a paintbrush. I had a paintbrush. Yes, I did. I don't know where I put it. but I have alternatives. So that's the ink down there. Just want to spritz a bit of water into it. Just pick up some colour. I'm just going to come in from the side. Nothing too clever about this. I think I've overwatered my ink, but it's alright, it'll be fine. So just a little bit down each edge, across the top and across the bottom. And if it really is too light like mine is, then just give it another coat. I think that's just too light. I've just overwatered it. So I'm just brushing from the side, just in. That's all I'm doing. Like that. Same on the other side. Oh, that's even darker. And across the lid of the mason jar. That's about it, really. Make sure it's nice and dark on the bottom. I'm just going to go up that side, make it nice and dark. And once more across the top. And that is that. But you see what I mean about batch making? See how much easier it would be if we just had another one now just lined up to go, and we wouldn't have to waste this. Anyway, you may not agree. There we are. So I'm just going to waft some warm air over that. Lovely. Now I want to heat emboss some of these. So let's have a look and see what we want. That's going to go sort of there, probably. Needs inked around. Let's do the inking around first before we forget. Because it does alter it somewhat. There, that's better. That's what it was missing. Right, so we've got that. And I just want some flowers to come out of it. I quite like these, just the sepia ones, you know, they're nice. Is that all one flower? Gosh, that's a big one. It's possibly a bit too big for our requirements. Let's see. What about that one? That's nice. Budge that down a bit, I think. I don't really want to cover up that hole that I put in there, but might not have any choice. I don't know, do I want colour or do I just want this brown? Quite like just the brown. Let me bring it up so you can see. What do you think? It does kind of go into the background a bit, but I do like it, so I'll leave those two out to that side, and then we'll go and have a look at some colours, see what we think. Blimey, there's some quite lurid colours here. So I've got that one. I guess I could just put 3 of those in, couldn't I, really? That one, let's pull that up a bit, and this one. They're kind of awkward to pick up. They're driving me mad actually. There we are. Let's try that one in there. So that's that one. Which do you prefer? Ooh, that's a puzzle, isn't it? Which do we prefer? The brown or the coloured ones? I think I'll go coloured. Just push the boat out and go coloured. There we are, I made the decision. So what I want to do now is prepare these to get stuck on, and that involves, as I said, a bit of embossing. Now this one I want to do with a clear embossing powder because I want to make it look like glass. So clear embossing, and I'm just going to use, I could use the dabber, couldn't I? Where is the dabber? Here it is. Let's get this open. Where's my tweezers? Here we go. Right. So let's just dab some embossing glue onto here. Can't tell if that's coming out or not. Oh well, we'll soon find out. Yeah. Yes, it was, because it's on there now. Let's put the lid back on that and heat emboss that. Probably do with a little bit more, so I'm going to dunk it again while it's warm, and the embossing powder will stick to it, and do it again. Could have used ultra thick, I suppose. That's it. Lovely. So that now looks like it's made of glass. Yay, hooray. So I'm going to put the clear away, and I'm going to get out this special stuff, which is Set Apter Vintage Beeswax. And somebody very, very kindly sent me this from America because it is almost an impossibility to get it here. So it does have grains of different sizes, so just stirring it up first. And I'm going to do these ones. I'm going to do all of these flowers. And they're going to be a little dodgy because they're very fine. But we can do it. I'm just going to use my brush embossing pen. Actually, you know what? I'm going to use the dabber. It's going to be quite wasteful, but that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use the dabber. Put it on all three. And these two will need, these also will need more than one dip, I would have thought, but we'll see how we get on. So let's just I don't know, they look alright actually. Looks alright that, just with one. So I'll leave that. Oh, don't fall over that way. Okay, I think we're all right. Let's have a look at them. Yeah, it just takes that sort of lurid colour away and just ages them. It vintages them up somewhat. That isn't great. That needs another one. I think that's probably my fault. I feel like I didn't emboss it for long enough. So just gonna do that there. Hold it down with the tweezers because it wants to bend all the time. Okay, that's great. Lovely. So that's our flowers done in the vintage beeswax. The mason jar done in the clear embossing. So that's the embossing finished with. I'll leave them on there, I'll never find them. So this now, what I want to do is get a bit of twine because it's looking a bit plain. We don't want things to look plain. And I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on the back there. Just there. And stick my thin twine onto there. Okay, and now I'm going to make a bow. That's the plan. Anybody that knows me knows I'm absolutely rubbish at making bows, but I'm really going to give it a try. Don't know what that foreign particle is. You can do one. Right, here goes. I've left long ends, so I'm not fiddling with little short ends. Ooh, do you know? I think that might be a bow. So I don't want it massive because it's only a little mason jar. I think that's fine, like that. So let me just get my glue and I'm going to stick these ends down. There's something on that. Don't know what it is. Stick that down into there and cut the end off. And this one, where do you want to come to? Just round there, I think. Like that. Lovely. And let's, well, it doesn't want to play. Go on, you know you want to play. Go on, go on, go on. My fingers are so sticky, it's sticking to my fingers. Anyway, that's fine. That looks nice. I think that looks nice, don't you? Yeah. Okay, so let's stick the flowers on next. So this one has got rather more colour than the other one, so I'm going to stick it on first. Let's just make sure we've got that exactly where we want it, just there, right. Make sure I've got my glue on the right side. Stop it, it's very twisty. That wants to go like that, I would say. Would you like to stick down for me, please? That would be really helpful. That one's going to come out like so, and just miss that eyelet if possible. Yep, it was possible. That still doesn't want to stick down. Well, it probably does, but my fingers are so sticky. Yeah, that's fine. That's lovely. Right, so got some glue there. Okay, so now what I want to do is stick that on, and I want to stick it on with some double-sided tape just to lift it up and just to allow for the twine on the back. This one's stuck down all right. It's this one, it's a wayward little wretch. So let's get some double-sided. Here we go. I don't know why this is green. I'm sure some of you know, but I don't. It's been cut at a right weird angle. That'll do the job, I think. To make sure we get that where we want it, because by the feel of this, once it's down, it's down. I want it there, I think. That's lovely. There we go. Right, so let's put the glue away. So, does that look all right on there? That is the question. Looks gorgeous. I love it. I love it, actually. It's really nice. Let's stick it down then. Let's stick that down. And there's things you could do. You could add staples, you could add brads, you could add all sorts of things. And if you were batch making, that's what I'd recommend. You know, start off like this and then see where it takes you, because it'll alter as you go, you know, as you're making your batches. And then you've got these little clusters to add on to any of your bits of, you know, you need something to go on the front of a pocket. I mean, that would go down the side of a side tuck pocket very nicely, wouldn't it? Is that all right there? I don't think that's exactly straight. Is that better? Why don't you want to go straight? Is it my eyes? Oh, my eyes not straight. Let's flick some bits of that up so it looks interesting. stick all this down. Now what I'm going to do is just try and differentiate. I just want to see if I can find... hang on a sec. Right, I've found my brown, and it's a Stabilo All, it's called, and it's for glass, paper, plastic, metal, whatever. And I'm just going to go around everything just to accentuate it. So just on the outside of there, just so it stands out more clearly. You can, with this pencil, you can wet it and pull it away if you want to, sort of like a drop shadow, but that's not what I'm going to do today. I just want to go around it and just have a clear edge to it, which you won't notice. You won't notice it's there, but it will pop the cluster forward a bit as you view it. There we go. That's it. I'm done. My work here is done. What do you think? I like it. It's nice. And this is the one that I did earlier. It's a bit browner because I put frayed burlap on the back and then put white on, but it's darkened it down quite a lot. I prefer this one, but that's today's work. I do like these. I wish that would stay stuck. It's quite annoying. Go on, stay there. I'm probably going to have to hold this for a while. So all I can say is thank you very much, guys. I will be back very soon with E. It's past time, should have been done yesterday. So hopefully I'll get it done, and then we'll be back to the double page spreads. Yeah, that's staying. So yeah, once again, thank you very much. Behave yourselves now, and I'll see you really soon. Bye.